going on, guys? It's the boys from Reactions here, back with another video, and today we're going to be ranting and raving
3 games,
because
5, 6, and 7. 6, 7.
Shut up, bro. What is wrong with you in these trends? Okay, listen. Okay, listen. The offense has been terrible, terrible. Defense has been terrible. Where's the fight? This team was supposed to be snarly. You know what? Forget about the score. You want to know what the score was? 2-1. 2-1.
We're gonna get into all this. Here we go. Let's discuss. So we enter the Rangers. They started the season 3 games, shutout all 3. Haven't scored a goal. What is a bet that makes sense to make in this game? It's called Rangers to score because they haven't scored in their first 3 games. What happens when you face the Leafs? Leafy things happen. Okay,
Matthew Nyes, second goal of the year for him, power play. William Nylander and Oliver Ekman-Larsson with the assist. Good start.
Second period, no goals. Third period, we think we're getting somewhere. And
of course, you gotta give the guy's first career goal, which is good for him. Braden Schneider picking up the assist, making the score 1-1 tie. Then overtime, Austin Matthews, 4th goal of the year for him.
Bang.
Bang. William Nylander and Morgan Riley picking up the assist, making the score 2-1.
Okay, we'll take the win. 29 shots on goal for the Rangers, 24 for the Leafs, 0 for 3 in the power play for the Rangers, 1 for 2 for the Leafs, 22 hits for the Rangers, 18 for the Leafs, 10 blocks for the Rangers, 13 for the Leafs, 13 giveaways for the Rangers, 21 for the Leafs. Oh my god, our record's 3-2 here.
Okay.
Moving on to game 6.
Ready for this?
Continuing
Where's the fight? Where's the fight? Okay, we're versing our old assistant coach, Lane Lambert, okay? Where is the fight? Where's the grittiness? Where is the grittiness we were sold? We were sold this team would be husky, would be gritty, would get in your face type hockey, okay? Brandon Carlo, guy played on the Bruins. Guy played on the Boston Bruins. Guys, this guy played on a team that was in your face type hockey, that was in your face. This guy grew up in the in your face type hockey, okay? Brandon Carlo came onto the Leafs. We loved it. We loved it. We celebrated. Okay, guy came, watched his goalie get trucked over. I don't care if it was accidental. I don't care if it was on purpose. I don't care if it was even you know, oopsie, by accident. The guy watches his goalie get trucked over. What does he do? He just stands there. Just stands there. What is it?
Like a pylon.
I'm sorry, you stand there, watch your goalie get trucked over, you don't grab the guy?
It gives me flashbacks to Justin Holt.
I don't care if the guy didn't mean to. You grab the guy, start punching him in the face, and there you go. Don't touch my goalie, just punch him right in the face. Natural selection, I don't care. You just start throwing fists. You know what they started? You know what the Bruins motto was? Throwing fists first and then ask questions. Ask questions later. Start throwing fists first. I don't care. Ask questions later. Okay? So that's the type of hockey we needed.
Didn't begin great.
I don't care. Shane Wright, second goal of the year for him on a power play. Jaden Schwartz, Mason Marchment, of course, the former Leaf.
And then look, the guy stepping it up.
On a power play. There you go. Morgan Riley, of course, second goal of the year for him. Austin Matthews and Matthew Nyes picking up the assists, making the score 1-1. Then
second period, Jenny Nyman, Marchment and Wright picking up assists. 2-1 down.
No
John
fight.
Tavares ties the game. 2-2. William Nylander picking up assists, and that didn't stay for long because Vince Dunn extends their lead 3-2. Tolvanen and Stevenson picking up assists. We head to the third, down 3-2. Who ties the game? John Tavares.
On the power play. William Nylander gets the assist, and that's it. That's
and
3-3.
Boom, we're tied. We head to overtime.
Joshua Manura, I don't know what the hell. First goal of the year for him.
Nylander.
Okay, literally. Nylander, okay, we're gonna get into Nylander right now. I'm gonna shred Nylander, I'm gonna shred Brandon Carlo, I'm gonna shred everyone else. Because listen, we were sold this team had some sandpaper. We were sold that this team got better defensively. We were sold that this team would compete for the cup. Okay? What they seem to be competing for is the #1 draft pick in the NHL. That's what they seem to be competing for. Because William Nylander sees a guy zooming. What does he do?
Walk.
He just skates back casually on the back skate, by the way. I told the guy to not get caught. I was yelling at the TV, don't get caught, don't get caught. What does the guy do? Get caught flat-footed. And what does he have to do? He has to turn around. And by the time he turns around, the goal's in the back of his net. That is how disgraceful Leafs hockey has been right now. You mean to tell me we were sold? This is why I think MLSE is more of a business than an actual NHL franchise team. Okay? The Toronto Maple Leafs is more of a business. They don't have a plan of getting better. They don't have a plan of, winning the Stanley Cup. They don't have a plan to win anything in this lifetime. They don't have a plan to win anything. What they have a plan to is sell jerseys and sell tickets. That's their plan.
28 shots on goal for the Kraken, 30 for the Leafs. The Kraken 1 for 2 in the power play, the Leafs 1 for 4. 26 hits for the Kraken, 29 for the Leafs, 19 blocks for the Kraken, 15 for the Leafs. And get this one, 19 giveaways for the Kraken, 28 for the Leafs. The giveaways would not stop.
We had people paid. This is why I believe the Leafs are an unserious team. They are an unserious team. The way they get serious is when you start taking money out of their pockets. That's when they get serious. So this is what I have a plan, even though it probably never will happen, or you'll look at me crazy, but this is my plan. Every time they give a shitty effort like they gave in New Jersey, or they gave in Seattle, or they gave here, they gave there at home, every single time they give a shitty effort like they did in Game 7 against Florida in the Scotiabank Arena where they charged an arm and a leg to be there, every time they give a 6-1 effort like that, they should stand outside like a bunch of schmucks that they are. They should stand outside and start giving money away to the ticket. How much was your ticket, man? Here you go. Here's your reimbursement. Here's your reimbursement. Here's your reimbursement. That's what they should start doing. To have any accountability, you need to take out their money. You need to start taking them where it hurts the most, and that's their paycheck.
So something happened in between the Seattle and New Jersey game with another Toronto sports team who frankly is doing much better than ours.
They actually won a Game 7, by the way. The Toronto Blue Jays, who haven't been to the playoffs in God knows however. They've been in a couple
been to the World Series since '93.
They've been 93.
Oh wait, what happened in
since
93?
Joe Carter
the
was
last
a Toronto
time a
Blue
Canadian
Jay.
team won the Stanley Cup.
Okay,
Thank
listen,
you very much.
listen, okay? This is why
This is a sign.
the Toronto Maple Leafs, okay, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. wore Austin Matthews' jersey to a Game 7. Now everybody ripped him. Everybody ripped him in the comments. But this guy is not the Toronto Maple Leafs. This guy is not the Austin Matthews, the Mariners, the Nylanders who choke in Game 7. He's not those people. You want to know who he is? He's Vladimir frickin' Guerrero Jr. That's who he is. And this man went all out in Game 7. He won and brought themselves to the World Series, okay? This man single-handedly brought the Toronto Blue Jays, dragged them right to the World Series throughout his amazing efforts in the postseason. Wow, Toronto sports. Wow, a player actually does good in the playoffs? Who knew? Who knew that a Toronto team and a Toronto player does good in the playoffs and can actually win a Game 7 if you have some heart and some dignity? What does the Maple Leafs do? They get shit on in this game because they start off good with John Tavares getting his 4th goal of the year for him. Oliver Ekman-Larsson and William Nylander picking up the assist, making the score 1-0 Toronto.
But then something interesting.
But then they literally took a pill and they flatlined. They flatlined like a bunch of balonies. They flatlined like their life just didn't matter and they just gave up because they went on this run.
You ready for this? Jack Hughes, 4th of the season. Bratton Pesce assisting. Cody Glass, 2nd of the season on the power play. Meyer and Hughes assisting. Brendan Dillon, 1st of the season. Glenn Denning and Kritzek assisting. Oh, but then guess what? Nylander on a 2-on-1 makes a great play and gives it to an empty net for Michelli to pop in his first as a lead.
Matthias Michelli.
Nylander and Tavares picking up assists. We have Life. Life
Life.
sucked out very fast. Jack Hughes fifth of the season, Brad and Nemec assisting. Third period, Jack Hughes, hat-trick, empty netter, Brad assisting.
Of course.
5-2.
Right.
Have a nice
it wouldn't
night.
be a Leafs a loser. It wouldn't be a Leafs loser without someone getting a hat-trick. And you know what I have to say about this? You know, we were sold. Again, I'm coming back to we were sold.
Sheldon Keefe.
We were sold that this team would have some sandpaper. I'm coming back to this because it's important. We were sold this team would have some sandpaper, some grit, some awesomeness. They had zero fight in this game. They had zero. When they were down 5-2, you know what the Panthers do?
Look at the number of the game.
You know,
it was a game 7.
You know what the Panthers? You know what the Panthers do when they're losing this bad? You know what they do? They start grabbing people. They start grabbing people and knocking them out. They start punching people's heads off because they ask questions later. They don't ask questions now. They don't ask questions during the game. They don't ask questions when even they're losing. They just start throwing haymakers and then they ask questions. Then they get questions on how bad the loss was. But until then, they start knocking people's head off, knocking people's teeth out, and that's how they do it when they're losing 5-2. What does the Leafs do? Absolutely diddly squat. Simone Benoit threw one fight, and that's it. And that's it. Losing 5-2, no dignity, no making it hard on the Devils, no making it difficult, a difficult time. No, just a bunch of grit, letting it in front of the net, going to the front of the net. And by the way, Anthony Stolarz called out the team for being too soft in front of the net. Do you think, I have an idea, maybe be grittier in front of the net. Maybe actually do what you were told to be doing, having some sandpaper. Go in front of the net and actually fight. Just take him out. Anthony Stolarz is doing his best he can possibly do. He's standing in there.
35 shots on goal for the Devils, 25 for the Leafs, 0 for 2 on the power play for the Leafs, 1 for 2 for the Devils. 21 hits for the Devils, 22 for the Leafs, 17 blocks for the Devils, 16 for the Leafs, 25 giveaways for the Devils, 17 for the Leafs. Records 3-3-1.
Yeah, 3-3-1
to game 8, and is the same. We have 7 points nearing the end of October, and we had the same last year. Everyone's in a panic. Everyone's saying Leafs.
I'm pressing the red button. If we lose,
game's over, season's over, kiss the cup goodbye, blah blah blah. I think everyone needs to take a chill pill here. This happens every year. We always shit the bed in October, and then in November, wha-bang! Shit up to the first of the standings.
If by the beginning, the first week of November, we don't start with some wins, well, where's that button? I want to press it right now because the Toronto Maple Leafs were sold with some sandpaper. Again, they were sold with some sandpaper. They constantly tell us we're difficult, we're a new team, we're a tough team, we're going to be better in our offensive zone. And then you show up with this effort at home, by the way, with people who paid $300 to be there. But yeah, who cares, right? Who cares, right? We get ripped off.
And the Leafs all wore Jays jerseys to this game.
Oh, boo-hoo, and you didn't win? Oh, you bastards. You have no grit. No grit. This was a game 7. You want to know what Vladdy did with a game 7? He walked with Austin Matthews' jersey and then he walked away with 2.
Oh, and I can tell you, even when it does matter, game 7s, they just didn't.
They don't care. They don't care.
Oh, 5 months ago. 5 months ago.
I swear to God.
Tell me what
if they continue at the streak.
I don't even want to know. Don't tell me what happened.
If they continue at the streak, the way they are doing, they're not making no playoffs. Forget about the playoffs. You kidding me? Making the playoffs? Making the playoffs? You think they're gonna make the playoffs with this mediocre roster? Listen, mediocre at best.
October.
Listen, I don't care if it's October, November, December, January, February, April, May, June, July. I don't care when it is. I don't care what month it is. What month you're gonna be looking to is when April comes around. When the finale of the season, when things get tight, when things get even more gritty, you're fighting for a playoff spot, and you're looking for 2 points, and you look at this game in March, by the way, in March, and you look at this game coming around, we need those 2 points. And what happened? They shit the bed. So if you look around here, around come April, you look to this effort, this game may not matter now. This game may not matter in a few weeks, but this game will matter in April if we don't win the playoffs. If we don't make it to the playoffs, this game will matter. Because this contributed to the disaster that is called the Toronto Maple Leafs.
No.
No, not even a. This is a business, not a franchise, not an NHL team. They don't care about winning the Stanley Cup. You kidding me? They don't even care. They don't even care. They just care about ripping you off, And this is a message to every single guy out there who works for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Listen, you want to put a good franchise, you want to talk the talk, well, walk the walk.
So we're headed to a home and home with the Sabres. And this should be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Game times have been adjusted to help with the World Series, although I would have preferred, if they just moved it to a day that wasn't when the World Series was happening. Because now it doesn't matter if you move it 15 minutes or half an hour, I still gotta watch 2 games at once. Leafs at Sabres tonight, 7 p.m. We'll be watching it, and we're gonna come back here and talk about it. So
if this team...
We're filming this before the game. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about it after the game and see what happened.
If this team doesn't come out with a better effort than they did in New Jersey, trust you me.
Come on.
I'm going to rip everyone to shreds. You are not safe. You are not safe in this episode. If any Leaf comes out and they lose this game with no sense of self, and they come out after the game and said, oh, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough.
I don't want it.
We got goalied. We tried.
It's the Buffalo Sabres.
It's the Buffalo Sabres.
Sorry, I'm not even going to start with this.
It's the Buffalo Sabres. It's the Buffalo Sabres.
Hey,
we're back.
We're back later on in the day.
Oh, what a great game, right? What a great game, right? The Leafs absolutely
took his thumbs up
and shoved it up every Leafs fan's ass. Said, suck my balls, because they just lost to the bottom feeders of our division. A team that hasn't won a playoff, hasn't been to the playoffs, hasn't sniffed it in 11 years. They just lost an actual hockey game to the Buffalo Sabres. Are you kidding me?
This is abysmal.
Okay.
The Jays are winning right now. It is the 7th inning, and we just watched the Grand Slam amazingness that
Pandemonium just hit Rogers Center.
And then we have the Leafs in a smaller computer just going...
just shoving fingers up the Toronto Maple Leafs bums. Okay, they don't care.
Ready for this? Matthias Samuelsson, first of the season. McLeod and Tuck assisting. Then Nylander, third of the season. OEL and Carlo assisting. Wow, he's got a point.
Two of these goals shouldn't have gone in because both of them were on a 2-on-1 chance. Bro, how many 2-on-1s are you going to give in a hockey game? They gave a ton of 2-on-1s in their own power play. Have some humility. Have some shame.
And then Jerry Kulik, third of the season. Benson Thompson assisting. Matthews power play goal. Tavares OEL assisting. Okay, we got a 2-2 game. Not bad. Then, it was not the greatest start, but whatever. Then the second period, it just went down.
Tage Thompson, second goal of the year for him. Bowen, Byram, and Kulik picking up the assist, making the score 3-2 Buffalo. Then Matthias Samuelsson picking up a goal there, making the 4-2 Buffalo. Assist by Rasmus Dahlin and Peyton Krebs. And then third period, just more shit down the bowl.
Yay, Dakota
Joshua first is the lead.
Point, Nicholas Raw.
And then, unfortunately, they shove it more up our ass because... Short-handed goal on our power play. They have to give a 2-on-1 beauty. He was gone. He was out of the rights. He was straight away. You had a 5-on-4, and somehow you allowed this guy to sneak by all 5 of your forwards, all 5 of your players, and go for a breakaway. Have some shame. You just lost to the Buffalo Sabres, who got wrecked against Florida, who mopped the floor with the Buffalo Sabres, okay? The Buffalo Sabres is known as a terrible team, and you just lost to them in their barn, with your home fans.
I'm scared when we verse the Flames.
Your fans were there.
The stats: 34 shots on goal for the Leafs, 30 for the Sabres, 1 for 4 in the power play for the Leafs, and 0 for 2 for the Sabres. 30 hits for the Leafs, 8 for the Sabres, 13 block shots for the Leafs, 21 for the Sabres, 18 giveaways for the Leafs, 13 for the Sabres. No one cares. 5-3 loss.
Okay.
Record is negative. 3-4-1.
I want to go. The Buffalo Sabres with this win go over the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's how sad of a franchise the Toronto Maple Leafs is. They step over the Toronto Maple Leafs.
I'm sorry, but this division looks oopsie-whoopsie upside down. Hold on a second. Montreal's at the top in 12 points. Detroit's second in 10 points. Buffalo has 8 points. Florida has 8 points. The Leafs are in 5th out of a playoff spot with 7 points. Tied with Ottawa at 7. Bruins at 6. Lightning at 4. I know it's early. It's October. Lots will change.
Yeah, sure.
But
I want to go.
Is just abyss.
I want to go to the Buffalo Sabres schedule because I want to show you how terrible this team is. Okay, they lost to the New York Rangers 4-0. They lost against the Habs. Okay, they're such a shitty franchise. They
lost against the Bruins, the Penguins, twice.
Okay, and you mean to tell me that the actual Buffalo Sabres, in our basically second home barn, in their home barn, but in our home barn because our majority of our fans go there, they win? Are you kidding me? Have some shame! You just lost to the actual Buffalo Sabres! Do you not have any shame? Where's the sandpaper? Where's the grittiness? Where's the goals?
They have a chance to redeem themselves. Saturday tonight, whenever you're watching this, 5 p.m. Okay?
Listen here.
5 p.m.
Listen here.
Of the Jays.
Listen here. Okay? Listen here. The Jays are winning right now, 11-4 as we speak. If you freaking go in your home barn and you show the same pathetic effort you did tonight, God bless your soul in the next FLR because you are going to get destroyed. You cannot lose 2 games to the bottom feeders of our division for 4 consecutive seasons. They haven't made a playoff spot in 11 years. And you mean to tell me with the Leafs, with the core 3 of Matthews, Nylander, and Knives, you can't score?
And speaking of Nylander, he left the game with a possible injury. Speaking of injuries, not related. Riley was out this game, should be back Saturday, unsure of the status. Wall, good news on that front. He's back. They put him on LTIR. He cannot play a game until November 1st. It was retroactive to a previous date, but nonetheless, he can't play until November 1st. But he's back now, which is great. Still don't know what it was. No word on why he was gone, but it's done. I'm glad he's back now. I was worried when they put him on LTIR that it was going to be a long problem.
You know what we just
But it got
watched?
solved.
You know what we watched? I don't care.
Also, Stolarz has been carrying a heavy load, and I don't like how they're relying on him so much. They could have played Primo for this game.
Yeah, Caden Primo.
Caden Primo.
Listen, I don't care who you put in there.
Why'd they have to keep relying on Stolarz for?
I don't care who you put in there. You put in Stolarz, Caden Primo. I don't care who. You put Timbuktu. Okay, you put in anybody. It doesn't matter. Because you want to know. You want to know what the Leafs spent 60 minutes doing? Wet freaking t-shirt. Leaving him out to dry. On a hanger.
Far from what the Jays have been doing.
Hey, Stolarz. Fight a 2-on-1 14 million times.
Grand slam tonight.
I don't care what you do.
Slam.
If you don't have a morsel, I swear to God, if I watch the post game and I see some idiot on the Toronto Maple Leafs claim we actually lost the hockey game because we tried, guys. We really gave it an effort, guys. We really tried. Yeah, tell that to the people who watched you give 2-on-1 after 2-on-1 after 2-on-1. Okay? Tell that to the people. Tell that to Anthony Stolarz, okay? Yeah. That man looked out of sorts. That man looked angry at his team because he was seeing his team absolutely give up 2-on-1 after 2-on-1. He was like, why do you keep asking me to bail you out? He bailed us out with 2 good saves, and that's the shitty effort you give? If you don't come out with a good game on Saturday, God bless your soul in the next FLR. God bless every single Toronto Maple Leaf out there. I better see not one of them walk out of the arena with shame. They better not be smiling. They better not be smiling from ear to ear if they lose that game. They should have some shame and some humility.
I think we're done here.
They lost to an actual team called the Buffalo freaking Sabres. Have some shame. This team is a bum team. Bottom of the roster. Bottom of hasn't won a playoff series
Clearly they're higher than
since
us.
20. I don't even know how long it's been. But it's been 11 years since this franchise have ever made it to the playoffs. And you lost an actual hockey game to that team. Have some shame. With some Morgan Riley, with some Matthews, go hang your head in shame. See you in the next one. God bless you. Holy crap.
Go Jays, and we'll see you next week. That was disgusting.
Wet piece of paper.
It's only night.